All right, Anna Cockrell, you're making your Grand Slam debut. You've been kind of quietly having a 2025 season. I feel like there hasn't been so much spotlight on you. I wonder, I mean, I don't know if that's accurate. But
No, it's accurate. But to be honest with you, it kind of never is. Like, I feel like I'm always kind of under the radar a little bit. So, what's new?
do you like being under the radar?
I don't mind. I think it's kind of nice to be able to work and just focus on the work, if that makes sense. I think, like, there are a lot of people who film all the time at practice. I appreciate having a place to struggle and a place to fail, if that makes sense, and a way to try new things without an audience. So I think I kind of like having the beginning of the season without so much of a laser focus so that we can try out new race plans and see what's working, what's not working, where we need to fix things. So I don't mind it at all.
Did anything change after the Olympics?
In my life, or
in
just
terms of like the attention and like just the notoriety, like all kinds of different things in that aspect?
Yeah. A lot of people recognize me more, which has been weird for me because I mean, I don't know. A lot of my like extended family will say, "Oh, how does it feel to be famous?" And in my mind, I'm not famous, but I don't know. If there's a list and there's like A-list is Beyonce, I'm like, maybe like K-list. So I guess that's been a change, but for the most part, it's just been the immediate post-Olympics. I went back to Charlotte, where I'm from. That was kind of when it clicked into place. A lot of people watched, and this was really exciting for them to have seen me. It was like every time I left my parents' house, someone was telling me that they watched me at the Olympics and how cool. And so that was really cool to have what was a big moment for myself be shared by so many people, especially from my hometown. That was really cool. Yeah, so a lot of things did change, but at the same time, they stayed the same. Back in Arkansas, training never gets easier. The times just get faster. So I think coming back into training, I told Boogie the other day that the 51 was the easiest race that I ever ran, and you forget all the steps it took to make the 51 feel easy. And so then being back in training, back in the grind, I'm like, forgot how much suffering I had to do to get to make it feel easy. So that's kind of where I am right now, just having reached this big moment, this big pinnacle, and really starting to find more things I can do, more things I can change. But it's not easy, and it's never going to be easy, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Did I answer your question?
You answered it perfectly. I had some others, but I am curious, like, you ran the 51, you've run the 300 hurdle American record, I think.
Yeah.
You ran 53.8, I think, in the 4 hurdles already.
Yeah.
What have those performances kind of told you about yourself, where you're at in 2025?
Yeah, I mean, they tell me we're ahead of schedule. So last year, I opened up at LSU 54.6. And we were so geeked about that 54.6 last year. Let me tell you, we were clicking our heels about that because it was the earliest I'd ever run 54 anything. It was my fastest ever opener by a lot. So we were like, so then this year we were at LSU, we were at 53.8, and Boogie was kind of like, oh, he's like, didn't we run faster here last year? I was like, no, Boogie, we ran almost a second slower. And so he was like, why were we so excited? So it's so funny how fast things change, because that 54.6 meant everything to me last year. And not to, discredit myself, that was big then. So my first opener being a 53, like that was a big deal, but our expectations have shifted. So I think that for me, the main thing is we are way ahead of schedule, which is really exciting. And our expectations are higher, which is a good thing. Like 53 anything would have been like, wow, I am the greatest star. But now 53 is like, okay, cool, check, what's next? So it's, it's been a good, I think sometimes you get caught up in how you feel. And so I have a training journal that I've kept a training journal for years now, but I was kind of going through it from last year compared to this year, and I'm like, okay, we're ahead in the weight room. We're ahead on like the 600 time trial. We're ahead in the opener. So we're in a good place. I'm really excited.
Just 2 other questions. Are you able to still find those levels of excitement in different races? Because like you said, 53 at any other point would have like given you that joy, but you didn't get to have that moment in a sense. Like, do you think you'll still be able to find those moments of enjoyment throughout the year?
Yeah. I mean, even though it wasn't as exciting as the 54 from last year, it was still like, okay, this is the best opener I've ever had. This is the best I've run at this time, and that's a win. LSU is, people ask me why I go to that meet. Like, that's where my mom's entire family is. That's my way of honoring them by always opening up there. So that's exciting for me. I want to put in a good show for them. Then afterwards, we go to my uncle's house and we eat crawfish and dirty rice and the whole thing.
All
so,
in Baton Rouge?
Well, we drive. Meets in Baton Rouge. My uncle's in Breaux Bridge, and my mom's whole family's Breaux Bridge, Lafayette, Karen Crow. Small towns in Louisiana, most people probably have never heard of. But yeah, so I think every meet I try to find something that I'm excited about, because when I was in college, I went from 2017 until 2021 without a PR in the 400 hurdles. Like, I was in a drought for a long time, and so that really taught me they don't always come. I've had 2 really great seasons of PRing a couple times, but I know I can't live and die and only find joy if there's a PR or a medal attached. So I try to find something every meet that I'm excited about. I'm excited to be in Philly. I'm excited to be in a big city. I'm in Arkansas. I'm in Fayetteville most of the time, so it's nice to be back in civilization. So yeah, there's always something to find joy in. So I look for that.
There you go. Last question. Expectations for the weekend. What are you looking for?
Just want to hit the race plan. That's the main thing. I want to hit the race plan under a little bit of pressure. I think I'm in lane 8, so won't be able to see most of the other racers. So it's a really good opportunity to see, okay, where are we? How well do we do it? I don't know what the weather's going to be like. So yeah, I just want to see how we handle it. Would love to run a flat 400 time that is faster than my 400 hurdle PR. That's the other expectation for the season. It's gotta get a little better. So
there you go.
yeah.
There you go. Very dope. Always appreciate you, Anna.
Of course. Thank you.
Absolutely.